Good morning, guys. We have us a no cooling call here. Stay tuned. We'll figure out what's going on.
Here, you want me to let it down?
Maybe first let me.
I'm just gonna let it down for you. The dogs ain't gonna get out the door, so it's all right.
Okay.
There's gonna be part like dogs do.
Okay. I'm gonna check it outside first. Okay.
Yes, sir. Let me know if you need anything.
Will do. Well. That, my friends, is what I call the death buzz. Let's go ahead and kill power. I did order me a new coil brush. That one has seen better days. Man. That was so dusty it looked like it was exposed to just the outside for a while, like there was no cover on it. Let's get my meter out. When it makes that death buzz, if y'all are frequent viewers or you're in the trade, you probably already know what I suspect. And that is this capacitor. One of the jobs of a capacitor is to, I'm checking for voltage. One of the jobs of a capacitor on a single phase system, even though this is 240 volts with 2 legs of power, is still basically single phase. And PSC motors, or permanent split capacitor motors, that have a permanent capacitor in the windings, let's put it that way, while it's running, are wired more like a 3-phase motor almost, and it needs a shift in the let me see, how do I explain this? It needs a shift in the phase to mimic a little bit of a 3-phase to help it get started. So this capacitor helps it get started. That's one of the jobs it does. And the fact that it's not starting and you hear it buzzing makes me think that this is not working. It also helps deal with what we call back EMF. So it's sort of wired like a 3-phase, almost. It's different than a 3-phase, but it has 3 windings like a 3-phase. So this winding right here is what we call our start winding, and the others have power all the time. This one is basically inactive when it's running, but it produces what's called back EMF. So the windings inside the motor, as it's turning, are producing voltage that comes back through here, and part of the job of the capacitor is to deal with that voltage and keep it from causing the motor to overamp or slow down. That's just one of the jobs of what a capacitor does. Right now we're going to check capacitance with, we're checking microfarads on our meter here. This is rated at a 40 and a 5. Checking the 40 first. 0.098 nanofarads. And about the same thing on the 5. So we need a new capacitor. Let's go look. Look at there. We have an American made. Nope. That's 45.5. Thought I had one. That will do. 40 and 5. If you're kind of a DIY person or a newbie to electronics, I can understand why calling a system with 2 legs of power single phase when a system with 1 leg of power is also single phase, and then a system with 3 legs of power is 3 phase. Yeah, that's a little bit confusing, but that's in all honesty, I think it would be less confusing to call it 2 phase and just understand that it's for the electricians to know that it's single phase. Okay, let's test that real quick while I've got my meter out. It's supposed to be a 40 and 5. Let's test the 40. 40.5 microfarads, and the 5, 4.98 microfarads. Let me get my purple over here because it's in the back. On this particular capacitor, we have 4 spades, 3 spades, and 2, which lets me know what's what. I don't have to necessarily see what's written right here, which is C, Herm, and fan. C is common for the capacitor, but that's actually your run winding. And it's going to have the 4 spades. That's where my 2 oranges go. Purple is start for my compressor, or Herm, which is hermetically sealed compressor, and brown here is start for my fan. So I'm not going to do inrush. I'm just going to check amp draw. Try to put this where you can see it. Pulling about 5.3, 5.4 amps. Let's check pressures real quick. You know what? I kind of want to see this contactor. That looks nice and clean. I want to point out, I'm trying to make sure you get my audio. I kind of want to point out that the sound of that motor is not very smooth. There's a sound in that motor that makes me question the bearings. So I'm going to want to take an amp draw on the motor itself and probably open up the top and check the bearings themselves. Y'all see this? I completely took the app off my phone to make sure I had no cache, no cookies or anything like that. And it's still making me log in every single time. And I have said this in other videos, if I like the Fieldpiece app and probes, I want to keep using them, but Fieldpiece is ignoring people like me who are telling them, hey, this is a problem. So if y'all start messaging them on Instagram, everybody does it, maybe they'll get the message. Just maybe. Because right now, it doesn't seem like they're listening. For a 410 system in these temperatures, it is 57 degrees outside. That's pretty good. Okay, the amp draw that I want to check is this wire right here. That's my condenser fan motor. I have 0.75. And if we look here, compressor, outdoor fan motor, FLA is 0.75. Obviously, you would like to see that a little bit under your rated amps. Right on it is just a little bit concerning. This appears to be spinning freely. What I do to check the bearings is try to wobble the shaft this way. and I'm getting nothing. Coils look clean. I'm going to do right now may prevent a callback. Okay, I would have added algae tablets, but I don't have any on the van, so yes, I have found that if a system that has been running in air conditioning goes without the drain flowing for a certain period of time, that gives the algae in the drain opportunity to build up just enough to start clogging up the drain. So if a system has been, especially if it's in a hot attic, a system has been just kind of sitting there for a while, it's a good idea to go ahead and clear the drain. Many times I've had callbacks because I haven't done that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, how about like and subscribe? And I'll catch you on the next one.